Hi, I'm Abby, Director of UK Soul Choirs. Thank you for joining me for this introductory video about breathing and how you breathe to sing. Breathing is the most fundamental element of singing, and it really is how you start to use your voice and improve your voice for any kind of singing that you want to do. So today what I'm going to do is run through the absolute basics of how you breathe to sing in order for you to start improving your voice. So when you come along to one of our choir sessions or any other choir session, you can start to feel more confident with a basic knowledge of what you're trying to do to improve your voice and to be able to sing for longer and have more stamina and really start to understand your voice. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to think about where we breathe from. And in singing, we breathe quite differently from how we breathe and how we think about breathing in the rest of our life. Perhaps when you think about taking a breath, you'll think about lifting up your chest like that. That's what we all tend to do as a natural reaction when someone says, take a breath. We lift up our chest like that and then we breathe out and you feel everything coming down. If you can imagine doing that when you're singing, all you're going to be doing is creating tension in your chest and getting tighter and tighter, which means that your voice gets tighter and tighter. So if you are feeling when you're singing that your voice is quite tight and you get tired easily, it's probably because your breath is too high in the body, you're lifting up your chest and you're just getting tighter and tighter as you're breathing. So instead of breathing into your chest, what we need to think about is breathing how it was done when we were babies. And if you watch any babies, small babies asleep, you'll see how they breathe. They breathe perfectly for singing. So breathing for singing is all about using the lower abdominal area. So you're thinking about filling up the air from below the waistband. And it's imagining as if you're blowing up a balloon in your tummy as you take a breath, and then it's releasing the balloon, blowing out as you release the breath or as you sing. The best way to practice this is to do it all without any kind of singing involved at all. So all we're going to do today is just think about finding the breath from the initial stages of letting the breath into the body, blowing out, and then you can start to improve on that and bring that into your singing as you feel more confident. So first of all I want you to do is blow out absolutely everything as if you're blowing out the candle on the cake. You can do it with me. Here we go. Breath in. So hopefully after you've taken a breath there, when you've blown all the candles out, you felt that your body naturally wanted to fill up with air. If you do it again this time and you put your hands on your tummy, on your lower abdominal area, if you put your thumbs where your belly button is and just let your hands drop down, that's the area we're thinking about. We're going to let that breath come out again, just blowing out the candles. And then I want you to really feel what happens where your hands are as your body naturally wants to take the breath again. Okay, so really blow everything out till you really can't breathe out anymore. Here we go. Did you feel it that time? Could you feel that your hands were starting to move against your tummy as you were taking the breath? So what's happening when you have blown all the breath out is that your lungs need to fill up from the very bottom, and that's when you start to use the lower abdominal lung area and you start to really fill up from the bottom upwards rather than just the top section into the chest. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to use that lower abdominal area, really filling up as if you're blowing up a balloon. So let's do it one more time. And this time you don't need to breathe out right to the very end of blowing out the candles. You can just take a breath and breathe out and see what happens when you take that breath in again. I want you to feel as if you're blowing up a balloon in your tummy, lower tummy. Here we go. So perhaps you're now feeling, if you're starting to get the hang of that, filling up like a balloon, perhaps you're now feeling that as you release the breath, as you are blowing out the breath that you've just taken in, What's happening with your tummy? It's pulling in. It's trying to help you release the air out. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to feel as if the tummy gets big, as like a balloon is being blown up as we take a breath. And then as we release the breath, as we blow out, we're really trying to engage those lower abdominal muscles, pelvic floor muscles, to pull in and help us get rid of all the air, because we want to get rid of absolutely all the air so we have nothing left over. So we're going to try it again now. And this time I want you to really feel, as you're blowing out the breath, that you're pulling in your tummy as much as you can to help you. Now, this might not feel very natural to you at all, and it might feel that you have to really actively use your stomach muscles to do this, okay? So you can practice just letting your stomach muscles go in and out like that, to just try and get that movement going on the tummy. If you haven't done it before, then this might be a little bit more difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to just try and see how it happens really naturally. Just as you're breathing out, I want you to try and engage those muscles a little bit more to help you see whether you can get all of the movement happening from your tummy. And really nothing's happening in your chest at the same time as you're doing this. It's all happening down low, okay? So let's just try that again. We're going to breathe in as if we're blowing up the balloon with the mouth open, and the mouth open to breathe out. Pulling in the tummy, and then you're going to let everything go. Let everything go again. One more time. Hopefully you can now feel that your tummy's starting to engage and you're starting to work up a little bit of movement there. It should actually feel quite tiring. In singing, really the only part of you that should feel tired should be this lower abdominal area. Shouldn't feel like anything's happening with your throat at all. Your throat should be super easy and relaxed, and no singing should ever make you feel like you have a sore throat. It should all just be tiredness around the tummy and around the back. That's a good thing. That means you're working hard in the right place, and that's what we like to do. So if you want to go and practice this on your own, the best way to do that actually is lying down, perhaps in bed before you go to sleep. It's very relaxing. Start taking the breath in the way that we've just been practicing. Feel like you're blowing all the candles out, and then you're letting that air fill up into a big balloon, and then you're just blowing it out and really pulling in those abdominal muscles till you get to the end, and then just letting it open up, relax, and go again each time. And the more you do that, the more relaxed you'll get. You'll probably fall asleep nice and easily. And then once you practice doing that lots of times and you're feeling really confident with it lying down, you could move to sitting and try it sitting down, and then finally standing. And obviously that's the goal we're trying to get to when you're singing, so that you're able to use this breath as your absolute basic mechanism for all kinds of singing. And that way you won't get tired in the voice, and you'll be using up exactly the right kind of energy to help you make the best sound possible. Thank you for watching. Hope that's been helpful. Bye.